editing can bring out the best in your photos. But can you really do serious photo editing on an iPad using Lightroom? I was skeptical, until I tried. I'm a landscape and travel photographer, and over the past few months, I've been testing Lightroom Mobile on the iPad Pro, basically editing raw photos from my trips. And honestly, the results surprised me. Now, would you switch to editing on the iPad, or do you prefer desktop? Keep the question in mind while we go through this. I will show you 7 of my most recent before and after edits. Landscapes, animals, and a few surprises. For each one, I'll share what made the edit possible, but also at the end where the iPad still has limitations. And we're gonna start with this drone shot from Slovenia. The view itself is beautiful, but the original looks flat and lifeless. Now look at this. The colors are back, the light feels balanced, and the scene has a depth again. This entire change came from basic sliders, meaning light, color, and contrast. They work exactly the same on the iPad as they do on the desktop, just a bit more tactile with touch controls. A simple edit with huge effects. This photo was taken in Albania. It's basically sheep with a beautiful mountain in the background. But out of camera, it looked washed out. After editing, the image pulls in. Here I used local adjustments for the sky, the midground and the foreground separately. And on an iPad, that's literally just a tap, mask, adjust, done. It simply adds structure and life back into the scene. Now for something different, wildlife. This eagle-like bird, I still need to look up what kind of bird that is. Anyway, the bird looks fine, but I wanted a darker, moodier atmosphere. So for that, I selected a specific profile to shift the color mood and give it a more cinematic feel. And then one of the things I love is the select subject. Lightroom's AI masking tool, which instantly found the bird. No tedious brushing, and the precision is excellent even on iPad. Now this lake shot had a good composition, but unwanted distractions. Especially those floating objects. Gone. Thanks to the content-aware remove. You literally just tap and it fills the spot seamlessly. How? Well, because it makes use of AI. Now, if you prefer full control, of course you can still use clone or heal, but as long as you have internet, AI remove is unbelievably fast. This one is one of my favorite scenes. A monk praying in the sunset in Sri Lanka. Now in that original, there was a pole and a fence right in front of them. In the edit, they are gone. That's AI remove again, plus a few local light adjustments to simply shape the scene. It feels calm and cinematic, and it's kinda hard to believe that we did it on an iPad. Now just look at this little meerkat. The original lighting was really harsh and distracting, but after editing, all focus goes to him. Her? Now here I simply used a radial mask to guide that light and then added some brushes with the Apple Pencil, which is actually one of the biggest advantages of editing with the iPad. It feels natural, it feels connected to your work. It's like painting with light. Talking about painting with light, here we have a drone shot from Albania during sunset. But the original barely looked like a sunset. Weak contrast, no color. But after, the warmth and the glow are back. Now in this case I used select sky and a luminance range mask to target only certain brightness levels for my adjustments, which is a really precise way to shape light and color. It works beautifully on the iPad. There is a step though that I still need the desktop for every single image. AI Denoise. It is simply not on the iPad yet, and the difference is huge. So I process my RAW photos with the denoise function in Camera Raw, which is AI driven and unbelievable. And then I airdrop them as DNGs onto my iPad. Now that way the full resolution files are always where I need them, on the iPad and not in the cloud. Which is good for offline editing, which is what you do when you travel. Lost in nature. So how feasible is editing in Lightroom on the iPad? Honestly, much more than I expected. Most of my recent edits are done on the iPad Pro. Lightroom Mobile feels powerful, it feels intuitive and creative. And as far as I can see, it suits both beginners as well as professionals. And I know I said that before, but with the pencil, it becomes a whole different experience. Now there are still some missing features. I did mention the denoise, at least the AI one. You can also not do an HDR merge, so if you're having multiple exposures and try to push them into one, you can't do that yet. You have to do that on your desktop. You also can't install any plugins, and you also don't have a proper print window. So if you do need those, you'd still want the desktop. But for almost anything else, Lightroom on the iPad, for me at least, absolutely delivers. So now that you have seen the transformations, what do you think? Would you switch to editing on the iPad, or you're gonna stay with the desktop? Tell me in the comments below. And with that, go and create some awesomeness. I'll see you next time.